Hey, you guys. Sorry you missed that first round of game day bingo, but that's all right. You guys are playing through it and hopefully taking home some great cash. We're going to be streaming to you live all day on all those Pilot TVs, your Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, and on Twitch. Both of our channel names are MegaSota for you guys to go check out. I'm going to take a quick peek and see who that last winner was so we can give them a quick shout out real quick.
Yeah, 100%, but we do only got about 30 seconds left to get into this next game, so be sure to get enrolled if you haven't already. We got the minor, major, and mega all on the line, looking good.
Absolutely, and it was Kara Joe over at Whistle Binkies on the
Nice.
lake, taking home that must-go prize, $20.80. Nicely done, going out to you in that first round. We got 11 more games that we're going to be here live with you guys for, so make sure you guys stick around, grab those iPads, and get enrolled. And we got a bunch of different locations that we want to talk about that just got Pilot TVs installed.
That's right, and some of those locations include Boondocks Bar and Grill, the Root River Saloon, High Court Pub, Riverside Inn and Holly, the Spotlight Bar and Grill, the Wild Boar, Anoka American Legion, Clay's, and the Pickled Pig. All of them getting some brand new Pilot TVs, so shout out to you guys. But of course, we do have this game rolling around. We got the $25 must-go on the table. Minor jackpot is at $150 and 54 balls or less to win. The major is not winnable right now, though, because it is at 48 balls or less to win. So if you hit that low, you're just going to be winning the mega jackpot at the same time, which is $48,000 at 49 balls or less to win. So it's looking pretty good for this game of Game Day Bingo. But speaking about all those jackpots, we gave out a ton of jackpots yesterday. That made us 27 for the past 7 days and 293 jackpots for all of Season 13 so far. Starting off those jackpots from yesterday, though, it was Lori over at HR Pesties taking away $770. Nice job to Lori.
Yeah, nicely done. Next up, we had Dig Me Out over at Pappy's at Andover. They ended up taking home $673. It was actually a split win yesterday. They got to take home that prize and also getting to take home $673 as well. We had Kim Greeny. They were playing over at Jimmy's Bar and Lounge.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to Kim Greeny and Dig Me Out. But up next in the last two jackpots of the day, it was Matt over at Shankaboom Lounge taking up the first one, $824, but ending off the night right. It was Hoosiers over at Brian's Bar and Grill taking away $7,300. Nice job to Hoosiers, Matt, Kim Greeny, Dig Me Out, and Lori. All of them taking away some nice prizes from yesterday.
Absolutely. But we have some very important things to talk about, especially with St. Patty's Day right around the corner now. Next Friday, it's coming up hot, and we want you guys to have the right Irish spirit to head into it. You can absolutely do that by checking out the ETAB game that was actually a re-release that just got sent out. It's Finnegan's Gold, back and better than ever, right in time for the season, and it even has 4 different bonus rounds. Before I tell you guys about those awesome bonus rounds, we do have a winner here.
That's right. It's none other than Gordoon over at VFW Spring Lake Park taking away $25. Nice job, Gordoon. I'm totally going to call it.
I was going to say, that's a new one. I like
100%. But nice job to Gordoon taking that one. I like your name. But we were talking about those bonus rounds in Finnegan's Gold. They include an instant win, a wheel bonus, a balloon bonus, and a free play round 2. You're going to unlock more grids of symbols in that free play round, and it leads to even more prizes. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. You can see previews of it, too, on Facebook and other new ETAB games as well that come out. If you want to keep updated with all that kind of stuff, you can give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. Search up Pilot Games, and you'll see our logo. That way you know it's us. And you can also see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and a lot more than that too. You can also click the website link on our Facebook to see our link tree. It has links to bar locations you can play Pilot Games at all across Minnesota, other social media pages like Twitter and Instagram, and a lot more than that too.
Absolutely. You guys will definitely want to go on that page and utilize that link tree. It's got everything you need on there. And if you have any other questions, you can shoot them right out there on our Facebook page as well. Our team will get back to you as soon as they can. If not, the community will answer you quicker. But we want to let you guys know when to expect all the big cash and when to be around playing. But I think you should just stick around and and play pilot games all day long, as there is a ton of cash for you guys to take home. Right now, we're jumping into our first games of Game Day Bingo that we play with you guys each and every day from 12 to 1, and you will be trying your hand at this minor, mega, and major prize that are clearly wanting to go home with one of you lucky players today. But after that, we'll let you guys loose at 1 p.m., and you guys will get to jump right into your first opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo. It's got $93,991 on the line, meaning as you guys get enrolled, it's probably going to be clicking over 94 grand. It's definitely going to be a great prize to take home, so try your hand at it. After that, you guys will get to jump into some unhosted Game Day Bingo that will be running from 1 to 4, where wherever these big progressives lay off at the end of this lunchtime show, you get to pick right back up and continue playing all the way to our happy hour stream.
That's right, and we kick off our happy hour stream from 4 to 6 p.m. with the second game of Lucky 4 Bingo of the day. During that time, you get another chance at that jackpot if it didn't go out in the first try. But right after that, we got a whole ton of Skull Bingo $1 cards to get into, and we play those games all the way from 4 to 6 p.m. During that time tonight, you'll be starting off with that line prize at $201 and 10 balls or less to win. The large frame jackpot is at $6,580 and 43 balls or less to win. And the coverall jackpot is at $5,138 and 50 balls or less to win. All those jackpots looking pretty good, so definitely come on out tonight from 4 to 6 p.m. And that also includes the last game of Lucky 4 Bingo of the day, right at 6 p.m. So it's our third and final chance at that jackpot if it did not go out earlier on. So definitely stay around and try and get another chance at that Lucky 4. But right afterwards, since it is not a PGL specialty night, we got from 6 to 10 p.m. 4 hours of Game Day Bingo to finish off the night right. During that time, it's a continuation of the minor, major, and mega jackpot prizes from earlier on in the day. So definitely come on out tonight and get a good chance at some Game Day Bingo games. But normally, during those nights, or I guess semi-normally, 2 times a week, we got those 2 PGL specialty nights, and we started off every week with MegaSota Game Night, starting at 6:40 every single Tuesday. We got a whole ton of PGL games to throw at you guys during this time, including the grand finale game of Jackpot Jungle. On that game, we have a coverall jackpot at 54 balls or less to win. It's over $15,500, so definitely try and get a chance at it this upcoming Tuesday.
Absolutely. And then there's one other specialty night that we offer each and every week. And just this past week, it was actually John who got to take on over the ice studio and give out those jackpots during our Wild Wednesday. But it should be Ian back and better than ever from his hiatus next week on Wednesday. You can check it out each and every Wednesday going from 7 p.m. till 9. There's a ton of tournament style games in there. There's even a high-low game where the biggest loser in Minnesota gets to take home a first place prize. Whether you're the best in the state or the worst, you get to take home some cash. You just don't want to be the middleman.
No.
It's definitely a lot of fun. But if you do plan on coming out for either one of our specialty nights, that MegaSota Game Night each Tuesday at 6:40, or that Wild Wednesday each Wednesday every single week at 7, you guys need to sign up at pgl.world to be awarded those PGO points that happen on those specialty nights. We got X Show as well as Alan 2 balls away from trying to take home one of these prizes. It's looking like we are moving past that minor prize and now working on a $29.10 must go. We'll have to see which one of those lucky players is going to take it home.
100%. But of course, that's about all that we got going on every single day, a whole lot of bingo. But for our national days, we got a few of them to get into, and there's some pretty interesting ones. But before we do get into those national days of today, we got Luke over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, and Joe over at American Legion Buffalo, both of them splitting up $29.10. Nice job to Luke and Joe. But starting off and kicking off the national days, it is Pack Your Lunch Day. This day on March 10th encourages everyone across the country to take their lunch to work, school, or wherever they're spending the day at. It's an opportunity to revitalize lunchtime with fresh and healthful meal choices. Yeah.
Absolutely. Did you pack your lunch today?
I didn't bring it here, but I'm going to go back home and have it. So
oh, okay. I packed my lunch today.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. I like it.
I have the lunch of like a 5th grader right now. I have like a cut PB&J.
Oh, that's awesome.
I've got those baked white cheddar Cheetos.
Super
like
good.
I've got
Super
a thing
good.
of grapes.
Yep.
I think I have a juice in there. Like
Good.
I'm practically packing for my inner 12-year-old.
It's a well-rounded meal.
Honestly,
I like it.
that's how I feel. I was like, I'm covering all my bases. Like I got my
100%.
snacks. I got what it's healthy. Like
I agree. Yeah, no, me, I'm just finishing off my leftovers of beef and rice.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's what I'm having for lunch. Yeah, it's gonna be good though.
That's me when I make spaghetti for Ian and I, because we have to make the whole box, and
Yep.
then we have like 6 servings left of pasta,
Yep.
and so
It's been
it
filling
feeds
me
for
up,
like
man.
5
It's been
days.
awesome. It's been
Yeah.
super, super good. But yeah, I'm finishing it off today though, so I don't have to eat it for dinner. I need something else for dinner now.
Fair enough. It's Friday. Treat yourself.
I'm probably gonna have breakfast for dinner. To be
Ooh,
honest, yeah.
that'll be a
I
good
got some
one.
bacon I need to use up. Yeah, never a good idea to kind of leave your bacon just laying around after you open it. So I have to
Absolutely
use that
not.
pretty badly.
Yes.
But of course, National Pack Your Lunch Day. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Send in your favorite packed lunches that you've had in the past. I know that's kind of like my favorite is PB&J, to be honest.
My favorite pack lunch that I used to get as a child, I used to get salami and Havarti cheese roll-ups.
Oh, nice.
And
nice.
that's what I would take. I would have like homemade Lunchables every day with my
Oh,
mom. I was
sweet.
like charcuteries before they were
Yeah.
charcuteries.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I would have for lunch, and
Nice.
those were always my favorite. She'd make me like a little bento box with the meats and cheese, then there's some crackers, and some
Nice,
fruit,
nice.
and then a little chocolate or whatever.
Sweet.
It was perfect.
Yeah, no, my mom would pack me random lunches sometimes, but like in elementary school when she like did pack me lunches, I remember my favorite were like she would make sub sandwiches with like sub
Ooh,
bread,
yeah.
and she'd have like that sub sauce to put on it too, and that'd always be super good. And
Oil
then
and vinegar.
yeah, no, it was like a marine sauce or something that
okay.
she had, and it was probably
Zesty
a mix.
Italian.
It was probably literally a mix of just
Yeah.
oil and vinegar, but it was so good. And then whatchamacallit, she would always pack up like Honey Crisp apples, like but with like lime juice in it.
Yes,
And
because
so,
it keeps
yeah.
them without going brown. We used to have apple slices and peanut butter
It was
all
so
the
good.
time.
It was so good, and for some it just made it extra juicy, so it just like tasted super refreshing and good. But those were kind of that was like my favorite lunches to get usually. Yeah. I
I've
just like
seen-
sandwiches a lot.
I've seen a bunch of people making homemade candy with fruit, whether it be their apples, oranges. I've seen grapes. I've seen raspberries, where they toss them in lime juice and then they'll shake them in
Wow.
sugar and then they'll freeze them.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I've totally seen that. Yeah, with grapes specifically, I've seen that.
I've seen that with grapes and oranges are the two that I've seen the
Oh,
most.
that would be good.
But I've also
with like
seen
sliced up
yeah, like
oranges,
the little mandarin oranges
Mandarin.
almost.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That would be really good. I feel like it'd be good with like strawberry slices.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how everyone's going through the craze of dipping fruit in liquid Jolly Rancher. Like the grapes.
Are people doing that?
Yeah,
Oh,
don't you
and then
remember?
they
I
put it in
tried
the freezer.
it.
Yeah,
I tried
yeah,
it and I
that's right.
burnt almost my full fingernail off doing it
Nice.
because I didn't realize how hot sugar gets when you melt it.
Yeah, no, it gets pretty. It's like molten lava.
It's-
yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty crazy.
I didn't know, and I took it out of the microwave from melting my Jolly Ranchers, and a little bit of it dripped when I dipped the grape in it on
Yeah.
a Q-tip, and it dipped right on the center of my nail. And actually, my nail bed is white because of it.
Oh man, yeah, it just left a little scar there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, whatchamacallit,
I burn myself bad though all the time.
It sucks because it's different than getting a little bit of boiling water on you.
So different.
Because
It went,
will,
no,
like,
because it
just
was
kind of
on my
wipe
nail.
off.
It went through my nail.
Yeah, it will like melt into your skin a little bit.
Ooh.
Like it's sticky, so like
It
you
was
can't just
bad.
wipe
No,
it off
I couldn't
super
get it
fast.
off, and
Yeah.
it was just like scoring my skin.
That's something different. That is something different. No,
Yeah.
so be careful packing your lunches today,
Yeah,
everybody.
I have many a scar on my hands from burn.
Yeah, I've been able to be pretty careful about like burning myself most of my life. Dang, yeah.
I accidentally grabbed a full cookie tray out of the oven, and I accidentally bought weird oven mitts that are all connected
Yeah.
into one, and so I used a dish towel, and the dish towel slipped, and I went right onto the tray.
It's not fun at all. But before we get into more shenanigans happening in our lives, we got Lucky Dave's over at VFW Spring Lake Park taking away $48. Nice job to you, Lucky Dave's. But yeah, I don't know. I think the things that I burn the most is my tongue, just because like I
That-
never
I
know
hate
how
that.
to gauge like
Yeah.
food temperature, especially with soup. I love soup, so it's like I never really like.
Me
I
with
just
like
want to dig
pasta
into
or
it.
mac and cheese. Like
Mac
pasta
and
dishes, I
cheese.
like dig in, and I'm like,
Mac and cheese
or
is a
pizza
big one.
rolls.
Pizza rolls, that's a good one too.
But
Yeah,
now I
I'd
just
totally
bite the
do that with
corner,
that.
and then you let the pocket air out for a
That's
sec.
what I did
Shove
too.
a little bit of ranch in there, and it'll cool off.
Exactly, dude. That's exactly what I do. Yeah.
You bite the half on the side.
100%.
Scoop ranch.
100%. I've kind of gotten into the mood of like being able to eat pizza right away, so I'll just use a fork now.
Ooh.
And it's like it's kind of different.
You
to
know,
be honest.
growing up, I only ever ate pizza cutting it up with a fork and knife
Really?
and dipping my ranch and stuff, and I
Okay.
loved it. But we also only really hate like deep dish pizza.
That
and so,
you kind of do have to do that most
but
of the time.
now I
Yeah.
kind of wish I could go back to it sometimes. I feel like I would enjoy it more.
I think I mean, I was just saying, like, I get kind of the perfect balance by like eating it at first when it's hot with my fork, and then just kind of digging in after when I can carry it. And so I kind of get the best of both worlds that way. Yeah. But
you have it figured out.
I know, I totally do. Pizza is, you know,
It's no
at my
joke.
disposal. That's right. But of course, happy National Pack Your Lunch Day, everybody. You know, maybe
Pack
you
your
can
lunch
send
today.
in. Yeah, that's right. And send in
Or
your
if you
favorite
didn't,
lunches.
pack your lunch on Monday if you missed today to celebrate.
True. No, that's totally valid. I would totally do that too. But up next, we do have a couple more national days to get into, and this one is really important.
Very
up next,
important.
It is National Women and Girls HIV/AIDS Awareness Day. This day empowers people everywhere with knowledge and information regarding HIV and AIDS. It also focuses on the often overlooked impact it has on women and girls.
Yeah, this was, I mean, it was only seen as a male's.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because, I mean, there's just a huge stereotype about it, obviously.
Was,
you know
and
what I mean?
I'm so glad that we have the representation and education that we can today to, like, just not celebrate, but share awareness and have light shed on this. That it affects so many people to this day. And I see people on social media post all the time that they talk about how they recently just got diagnosed, and they talk about how that affects their day-to-day lives and things that they start spreading awareness and prevention and things like that. And I think it is definitely a message that needs to get spread.
Yeah, it's something that it can happen in hospitals and stuff, depending on, like, you know, what's things that are infected sometimes, like getting blood transfusions and that sort of thing too. So that can happen to women and men.
Yes.
And I know a big thing about HIV and AIDS awareness was when Magic Johnson came out and he was like, I have it, and like I didn't get it from, you know, what everybody thinks.
No.
And so it was just that was a really big step in kind of being able to talk about it more.
Absolutely.
And people being more educated about it.
People knowing the difference between HIV and AIDS and that they are not the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, very, very true. So it's a good day to look into it. I mean, there's so many resources out there. Like, all you have to do is look it up. Like, it's super, super easy to educate yourself about it. So definitely a good day to look into. But we do have a few more national days to look into as well.
A little bit more lighthearted.
That's right, a little bit more lighthearted. But before we do get into them, we got balls rolling around on this game. We got the must go at $72.90. That minor jackpot is at $337 and 60 balls or less to win. That major jackpot is at $1,014 and 48 balls or less to win. Not winnable right now though, because the mega jackpot is at $48,314 and 49 balls or less to win. You'd end up taking the bigger one out of those two with the mega jackpot.
I don't think anyone would be too upset.
Not at all. I totally would not be upset whatsoever. But we do have some national days to get into while you guys are aiming to win these prizes, and I'll let you take it away.
Absolutely. I can't wait to celebrate this one today, as it is National Blueberry Popover Day. What better way to start March 10th than with National Blueberry Popover Day? As popovers are airy rolls that are puffed up when baked, popping over the edge of the tin. They are light and crispy on the outside, while the insides are warm and often hollow. They can be filled with creams, custards, and fruits for a sweet treat, especially blueberries. Yes, blueberries and cherries are my two favorite types of popovers.
Interesting.
For sure.
I don't know if I've had a popover. To be
I've had different variations of them.
I have. I've had savory popovers.
I've had savory popovers too. They're really good. I've had a ham and cheese one that had like garlic and dill in it, and it was so good.
Yeah, mine was like garlic and like butter and stuff like that. It didn't really have like a filling. I just remember the bread part.
Oh yeah. They're very cool. There's a lot of different variations that they have of them. We do have some winners, as Kingpin over at Leo's Sports Bar, as well as T-Mac at T&T Bar. They're actually splitting up that minor prize. $337 is getting split between both you players. Nicely done in this round number 5. We're about to be enrolled in our round number 6, halfway through these games now. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Present Play, because we got $72.90 getting tacked onto this double must-go.
Yeah, I had exactly just like the regular bread and butter popovers. Like, and then they're pretty good.
I'm sure. I think I would actually enjoy them probably more than like a dinner roll on the side. They're almost like croissant puffs.
Exactly.
Like they look so good. I am like a sucker for any like flaky, like fluffy bread. Like honestly, that slap some butter on it, and I
agree.
will be so
Even
happy.
put some jelly on there too. It's good like that. It
Yes.
kind of has that English muffin.
I was gonna say, yeah, it seems like you'd
aspect to
put
it.
cream, jams, have it with tea in the morning.
No, I agree.
A true English breakfast.
Yeah, it's good. Whatever you want to do with it, it's a lot of varieties that can happen there. So definitely a good one to celebrate. But today, it's just blueberry popover day, so you have to have the blueberry popover.
Interesting.
That's right. I've never had a blueberry popover though. It seems like it'd be really good. Just kind of like a mini blueberry pie.
Yeah, I've had like these like miniature versions. I've never had like the full puffed up muffin tin size.
Okay.
I definitely would love to. Look at that. But
I feel like I've had stuff that look like that, but they were just muffins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they weren't specifically made out of like the egg, like what a mixture or whatever it is.
very cool.
Yeah.
Well, happy National Blueberry Popover Day.
100%. Definitely a good way to celebrate by eating the blueberry popover. But up next, this day, it is National Mario Day. And this is funny. I actually just saw like a trailer for that movie like this
I did
morning.
too. Did you see? I saw a clip of Luma.
Oh,
or
really?
Loomis, or was it?
Yeah, like
Luma. It's
whatever
the
name.
the one of the
princess?
star. No, it's one of the stars.
Oh, the blue stars from
Yeah.
Galaxy. Yeah. That's pretty fun.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't think I saw that one, but I saw a trailer.
The star is a psychopath.
Really?
Yeah, they're
oh,
like
I
all
did
in a
see
dungeon.
that. I did see. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
But I really liked that it was an extended trailer, kind of with Bowser more. Like his voice was really good. I liked it a lot, to be honest.
I mean, how can you not love Jack Black?
Yeah, no,
I
he
mean,
did good.
Did
He
you
did
see
really
the interview
good.
of them? He
Yes.
came dressed as Bowser, and they
was
were like,
awesome.
"So, are you excited to play Bowser?"
It's
and
like,
he was
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm kind of excited. But yeah, no, it's really fun. It seems like they really had fun, with the movie and stuff. So I'm excited. I'll probably
I'm sure
go
they'd
watch
have
it.
a lot of fun
Yeah.
filming that.
100%. I totally would. Oh man, I just can't. I don't like Chris Pratt as Mario though. I'm
No,
gonna
I
be
don't.
honest. It's just very bland.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. The movie will probably be decent enough anyways, especially for kids. I feel like kids will like love it.
And I think
Yeah.
Mario's voice will be a minuscule part of it once
Agreed.
the OG Mario fans get over that
And I'm
fact.
gonna be honest,
You know,
I don't like Peach's voice either.
I haven't heard it. Who
It
plays
it
Peach?
just sounds like some random like woman. There's no like nuance at all to it. It's just
There's
like some.
no airy femininity or like
No, oh no, not at all. No.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's just like it's like here. I'll look. You
But
know
Peach's,
who it
all
is.
Peach's noises are like, oh.
Yeah, it's
Did you
Anya Taylor
know?
Joy. It's
Oh.
Anya Taylor Joy.
I mean,
And-
I love
she's
her,
awesome. She's
but
awesome.
she's not a Princess Peach.
But it just sounds like Anya Taylor Joy. She could probably do a Princess Peach. Like she could probably make a voice. I feel like. But yeah, she's
That's
just
not up her alley. I don't have
Yeah.
her as a lighthearted sunshine character.
Yeah, very true. She,
You know?
especially after seeing her in the
Like
the
I
Witch.
picture her like voicing the vampire chick from like Adventure Time
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I don't
yeah, stuff
picture
like
her
that.
doing.
Like kind of more lighthearted
Yeah.
things. Yeah, and I like that Charlie Day is Luigi.
I love Charlie Day.
He's really funny. That was a
He's
good choice
weird
for
dude.
that. Keegan, Michael Key is in it
Yeah.
as well from Key and Peele.
I think I'm really gonna enjoy. I think I'm really gonna enjoy his Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be good.
I think it'll be super funny.
Even Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong, so
I
he's
have
in
seen
it too.
I have seen a clip of that. He has a very distinct voice. We'll know it immediately.
I love it.
He's
I love
also a very strange dude.
No, dude, I love Fred Armisen. He's
He
hilarious,
makes calling
man.
Charlie Day weird not valid
Yeah, true.
because he is just
He is really
a weird dude.
Especially Portlandia is so weird, man.
Anything he's in.
I never watched
Any
it really,
cameo.
but like
He's-
somebody showed me 2 random episodes from like the middle of the seasons, and it was just like so off the wall, and I was like, "What, dude? What?"
Yeah, he cameos in a couple shows that I've watched, like Broad City,
Yeah,
about 2
yeah,
girls in New York.
yeah,
He's in that a weird episode there. Plays a very strange character.
I
Any
can't
of his
even imagine
SNL.
what he would play in that show.
I can't tell you on air.
I know. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. That's so funny. But of course, yeah, Mario.
What is your favorite Mario
Day.
game of all time?
But before I
Okay,
get into
okay.
it, I do have an answer. We have Tricky over at Duck Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud taking away $125. Nice job to Tricky.
Yeah, double Musco.
Awesome stuff. But Favorite Mario game would probably be Super Mario Sunshine.
Really?
Yeah, that's probably like my most played, I would say. Like I
Okay.
played it all the time.
Is
as a
that the
kid.
resort one that we played when
Yeah.
we were sick?
Yep.
I love that. I
It's
had
good.
never played that until we got sick and over quarantine,
Yep.
and we had to quarantine.
Yeah, we all took turns playing it. It was such a fun game. It's so
It was.
good.
It was the perfect thing to do when you're stuck in the house for 10 days.
Yep, that
but,
one. Which one would your favorite be?
Galaxy.
Yeah, I kind of
OG Galaxy.
It's really good.
Yeah, Ian
It's
and
really
I are
good.
currently playing through the Wii one.
Nice.
That's like the OG one.
Yep.
And it is so fun. We are
Yeah.
almost halfway through the game, I think, or a
Sweet,
little
okay.
less than.
Cool.
But
Have you gotten
it's
to like
super
the
fun.
spider stage yet?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
We
There's
haven't played in a while.
Okay, I gotcha. There's like a stage where there's spiders, and like for some reason
I don't
it's
think
very,
so then.
very prevalent in my mind.
Maybe.
They were like spider creatures. Like they might not be.
I think I actually know what you're talking about. I think we might have just did that one.
Like they were like spores.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did do that one.
Yeah. So they weren't spiders, but like they were like kind of modeled after. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
we did. We literally just did that one.
Yeah. That one was fun.
That was the
a fun
most
one.
recent one we did.
But Mario is a lot of fun. I like Super Smash Bros. I play
Yeah.
Mario in Super Smash Bros. I like him.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart's awesome. Mario
Top
Kart Double Dash
tier.
was my favorite.
I don't think I've ever played that.
That was the GameCube one.
I never had
Yeah.
any Nintendo things other than
Oh,
I had a
okay.
DS.
Oh, DS was awesome.
Yeah, but
the
I
DS
didn't
was
get
great.
any of the Mario games on it because I was a little girl, and so I got like dogs or
Yeah.
like Nintendogs
Yeah,
and stuff, and
yep.
like Kirby.
That's
I
good.
did get
That's good.
Kirby,
Yeah.
but I didn't get any of those other ones.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I
the
missed out
only-
on a big part of that.
The only Mario game I got on the DS was when my sister found a copy of Mario vs. Sonic in the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, I have
she
that
f-
on Wii.
Yeah, she found it in our apartment parking lot, and it had some
Really?
dude's name
What a
on
find.
it. But she was just like, we're keeping it now.
I mean, you guys were like preteens.
Oh, it was awesome.
obviously.
Yeah, we were like 11. It was just we didn't know who it was, so we just grabbed it. And we were like, okay,
I used to
cool.
play like Frogger and stuff.
Oh,
I didn't
Frogger
play...
is awesome. Yeah. I liked when the App Store was a big thing in like 2012 and stuff.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Crossy Road when that came out was so
yeah.
awesome. Man, dude,
Yeah, that
Flappy
was around,
Bird
like,
was
the talking
crazy.
Cat, Tom the Talking Cat or whatever.
Yep.
I remember him.
Yeah. Oh, my little sisters like loved that. It was so crazy.
Yeah, there was a couple of there was some really really big ones.
Yeah, Flappy Bird was crazy though.
That was. It got
It-
taken down because of how big it
Yeah,
was.
dude, it became a big deal because the
Yeah.
creator was getting like threats and stuff.
Yeah, it was huge. Now
Yeah.
Ian and I actually just recently went to like this huge arcade place, and they have a huge arcade version of Flappy Bird now.
Gosh, that's so terrible.
Yeah, it's harder than you would think. Ian
Really?
did not do as well as he had anticipated. He was
Oh
like,
my
I
gosh.
ran this game on my phone.
So funny. Yeah,
like,
I'm sure it's probably way less
This is
responsive.
rigged so it ruins 12-year-old
Yeah,
dreams. Like, I'm
100%.
sorry it's working on you too.
100%, dude. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Some people had like my high score is like 998. I'm like, what
How
are
do
you
you sit
doing?
there for 10.5 minutes
Yeah.
just like being
Thank
Think-
you. I'm just like,
think-
I'm not
like,
gonna
I
have
have
fun
better
doing
things to
that.
do with
It's
that.
like I thought it was sick when my high score was like 50.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
thought I had a problem when I was playing piano tiles for like
Oh, piano tiles
30
was
minutes
awesome.
on end, but like
Piano tiles was awesome. Words with Friends, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I got really into that.
Mhm.
I played my aunt a decent amount of times. I played my mom too.
yeah, I've always been big into solitaire on my phone.
Trivia Crack. Did you ever play that? That was a lot of fun.
I did in high
was a
school.
lot of
All
fun.
of all of
Yeah.
my friends did that.
That was a little bit more recent, but
Yeah.
that was a cool one. I like that one a
Mhm.
lot. Man, all
was
those games were
funny.
so fun. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But of course, now Mario. It is Mario Day, so maybe go out there. You can. I don't know what. There's a couple Mario games on iPhone.
Yeah, I used to play Mario Kart on my phone.
Yeah, Mario Kart Tour. That's like the newest one.
Yeah, there's fun maps on there.
And there is a Mario game like where you actually play Mario, like regular
Mario
Mario.
Bros, yeah.
But I think you have to pay like $10 for it though. It's like it's like advertised as free, but then you play one level and then you have to pay like $10. Not cool.
Yeah.
Not cool at all.
I mean, that's gaming world for you.
That is. Yeah, 100%.
It's like free with in-app purchases.
Oh, dude, exactly.
Every time.
And then you're watching like ads every 30 seconds.
That's how I feel because like I am an interior design gal.
Yeah.
I love an interior design
Oh,
game.
Reagan has a few interior
I
design games.
love interior design games. I can't make a good design without spending $50 on the extra stuff. Like it's not fun.
Yeah, that is so terrible. But we do have Moss over at Corky's Bar South Haven,
That's
taking away
right.
$50 on the must go. Nice job to Moss. But did you know that I'm pretty sure they have like Sims on the
On the
iPhone?
phone? Yeah, I used to play it before I got my desktop.
Is it like good on the phone?
There's two different versions. There's like Sims Free Play, which has like the graphics of like Sims 2 on the computer, and it's pixelated. It's OG Sims. It's what you want out of the Sims.
Sweet.
Then there's Sims Mobile, which is like better graphics and stuff.
But it's like,
but it's newer. It
shallow.
costs more money. It it's not as much to it. There's less people you can have. There's less buildings or stuff like that. My girlfriend is really big into it. She actually has. I actually think you have a sim in her game now.
Oh, really?
Danny.
Oh, that's awesome.
She has made a sim.
There's a whole city
just outing
of
her
like
right
people
now.
she knows.
But it is.
That's
she has like
awesome.
an
I love
empire
that.
of just like all 30 people she has in her life. And
That's
it's
so
so funny.
funny.
Like Ian and I have a house together. She gave
Nice.
us a cat now that Ian and I adopted a cat.
Nice.
And I'm like,
I just like live on the streets.
I think it is so funny, but I absolutely love it. And
That's so cool.
it's just so funny.
No, I love stuff like that. My friends and I used to just make random Sims, and back in the day, my sister and I used to play Sims together too.
That's so
Did you
funny.
ever play the Sims where you could have it was like Sims Pets or whatever?
I never played Sims.
Oh,
Ever.
really?
I never played the
so
computer
you've only
game.
recently gotten
No,
into it. Okay, I've always been
I just
pretty
recently
into it.
started, like about 2 years ago, I saw interior design builds and stuff with The Sims on computer, and I was like, this is the game I'm looking for. Like, this gets me build the dimensions I want. This lets me do the layout, the exterior, the gardening, like everything to it. And I was like, this is what I want. And so for the longest time, I just like watched builds on YouTube, on stuff like that for Sims, and then I like got it on my phone because I thought I could do it that way, and it was a lot less fun than the builds I was watching on YouTube. Obviously there's a lot less you can do, but it was just so cool, and so that's how I just got into Sims like 2 years ago.
Did you try the Animal Crossing mobile game?
Yeah, the camping one?
Yeah.
I think we all got it at one point, 2 years ago in the apartment.
Yeah, I didn't know if you tried that one out because I tried it when it came out with my sister, and then I hadn't really played it since.
Yeah, I played it for like 3 or 4 months when we started really playing on your Switch, and I was like, oh, I want Animal Crossing, and you were like, you can play Animal Crossing if you want, and I was like, ah, and so that's when I got into it on my phone, but it only lasted like a month or two, maybe 3 months at max, because there's just not much you can do on the free plays, you know, and so, but now I have my own Switch, and I can get my own island if I want.
100%. No, it's a lot of fun. You should definitely get it just like when it goes on sale.
Yeah.
It's a good one. But of course, we'd have one more national day to get into, and it's a good one to end off with.
Heck
it is
yeah.
International Bagpipe Day.
Woo!
Every year on March 10th, this day celebrates this unique instrument. The day also promotes the diversity of bagpipes to the general public.
Yes, I actually had a great-grandpa that used to play the bagpipes for us growing up.
Yeah, no, bagpipes are super cool. Whatchamacallit, they're very, I feel like it'd be kind of complex to learn, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know, it'd be somewhat easy.
I think it's more so the breathing than technique and like holding. I mean, I think once you get the hold of the bag down, I think it kind of comes from there because it's like recorder-esque holes on the spouts. And it's just to hit the different notes, obviously, to get different wind going through it.
So do you have to control, like, is there one pipe that you just control it with that the sound comes out?
Of the bag. You're breathing air into the bag. You squish the bag, and the bag goes up through the music tubes. Yeah. And it was just really interesting. At first, I hated it as like a little kid when my great-grandpa Frank would play. But as I got like into dancing and stuff into that, I used to put on like tap dance performances while he would play the bagpipes for my whole family. Yeah. And it was one of the best things ever.
That's awesome. I love it.
I wish we still had somebody in my family that played the bagpipes.
Yeah, no, that'd be, I would be pretty impressed if somebody just kind of whipped out a bagpipe and like started going ham on it.
I should learn how to play the bagpipes. I should see if my grandma still has them.
100%. It's actually not really that expensive to get one. Like I'm sure it's more. Sure, it's more expensive once you get like an actual like sweet bagpipe or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say my great grandpa's was from Scotland.
Yeah, no, see, like even this one mid-90s, like Sinclair Blackwood.
He was a Ferguson. He was a true blue.
It seems like once you kind of get the cool ones, they're like $1,700.
But actually, he's the reason I thought I was Scottish for the longest time. Turns out I'm not blood related to him.
Oh, interesting.
No Scottish in me at all. But I get red in my hair.
Yeah.
I got no Scottish though.
That is super funny. Yeah. I know I'm super European because, you know,
you are.
There's reasons.
You're just very European.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know.
I am too.
Like you wouldn't know it by looking at me, but, you know, I feel like once you
just
get to
look
know
German.
me, yeah, no, I just look at like any European person ever, like,
just look
but
white.
like exactly, no, 100%. It's awesome. No,
It's awesome.
It's great. It's just like, oh hey, I'm like multiple different types of European, but I look the same.
We're just American.
That's right. But we do have a lot of different winners. We got Johnny Boy over at Trail Stop Tavern. We got
Jidey Ho.
Jidey Ho and Jason over at Shanker Boom Lounge. All of them taking away
Jedi?
that. Maybe. No, it's Jidey.
Okay.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, Jedi doesn't have the I in there.
Okay.
But all splitting up the Musco. Nice job to you guys. But of course, we do have a little bit of Minnesota Twins news to get into now that we've got over those national days. And I'll just get right into it. Austin Martin is excited, confident, and glad to be feeling like himself, he says. That even a sprained UCL in his right elbow hasn't done much to dampen his spirits as he gets ready to take a few weeks away from the field to allow the issue to subside. The Twins assigned both Martin and Michael Hellman to minor league camp on Tuesday, a reflection of Martin's inability to take the field due to the elbow and Hellman's absence from the Grapefruit League action due to the hamstring tightness that has bothered him since the start of camp.
Yeah, it seems like this will be some good time to hopefully that they can heal up and we can get everything squared away in the next few weeks. And as for everything else that the Twins are deciding in their offseason, we will keep you guys up to date with all of those huge decisions. And in the meantime, if you want to show your support for them, you absolutely can by playing the E-Tab game that we teamed up with them for, Twins Win. You can see the logo right here. And if you pick a lucky batter in the Home Run Derby bonus round, you could end up taking home some Grand Slam prizes. It's definitely a lot of fun. And as you guys are taking home prizes here with us now during these game day bingo games, you also are getting to take home points towards our game day bingo standings. I'm going to jump right into the player side of things because starting it off, there's a tie that was just formed. Coming in from unranked into 9th, it's Kimmy69 over at the Brewster Bar and Grill, tying it up with Mike. Mike's playing over at Big Louie's Bar and Grill, New Brighton, as they both now sit with 33,000 points. Then in 7th, we have another tie that was just formed up. Coming in from 8th, it's Mindy May over at HR Pesties, tying it up with Cindy. They are playing over at Main Street Bar Hopkins and both sit with 34,000 in that 7th place tie. Then in 6th, staying put, we got Call Me Jen over at JR Mac as they sit with 28,000 points. Then with 44,000 points in 5th place, getting pushed back from 4th, we have Spike over at Maynard's of Excelsior. Jumping on up from 5th into 4th place, though, we got Rich over at Shady's Rail Side, as they now currently sit with 46,000 points. But with 53,000 points in 3rd place, we have Bull over at Corner Bar in Goodhue. 2nd place is Tanya at Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery, sitting with 59,000 points. And in 1st place, we have Bobo at Corner Bar in Goodhue, who sits with 74,000 points. Nicely done to all those players, but there are a crazy number of ties going on this side and on the location side as well.
Yeah, 100%. We got some pretty big locations coming into the top 10. Starting it off with the two-way tie in 10th place. We got Big Louie's Bar and Grill in New Brighton and VFW Spring Lake Park. Both of them in 10th with 62,000 points. In 9th place, we got the Chart House with 63,000 points. 8th place, it's Maynard's of Excelsior with 67,000 points. In 7th place, we got Outtakes, and they have 71,000 points. 6th place is JR Mac with 72,000 points, not too far ahead of 7th place. But in 4th place, we have a two-way tie between Flamers and Sherwood Lounge. They both have 89,000 points in a 4th place tie. In 3rd place, though, it's Shady's Railside with 90,000 points, only 1,000 points ahead of that two-way tie in 4th. In 2nd place, we get a pretty big jump in point total. We got 2nd place, Corner Bar in Goodhue with 142,000 points. In 1st place, we got another jump at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 171,000 points, looking pretty good in 1st place.
Yeah, nicely done to all of those locations and players. Hopefully we can see even more of them get into that 100,000 point club, but I don't think it'll be too long before Carboni's Pizza gets into the 200,000 point club, which will be awesome to see.
No, 100%. But of course, if you feel like taking a break from any of our scheduled bingo that we got going on throughout the day, you can play any of our 70 different charitable E-Tab games that we got here at Pilot Games. You can play them anytime since they are not scheduled, and you can win huge prizes up to $1,500. All of those games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 and awesome bonus and free play rounds on top of them. So definitely check them out. Let us know which one is your favorite. Since there's over 70 of them, there's definitely one out there for everybody. I got to say my favorite, I think, is still Going Bananas. It's a good one. It's just tried and true classic. 100%. What would you say is your favorite right now?
You know, I just really want the luck on my side, so I'm going to say Finnegan's Gold.
Okay.
We're going towards it's St. Patty's Day.
True,
I tend
true.
not to have much luck in the month of March for some reason.
I get that.
And so I would really like the luck to be on my side.
Oh, no, I totally understand. But, of course, before we go further on, we do have a couple winners. We got Luke over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, and Joni J over at Saks in Vandals Heights, taking away and splitting up the $62 must-go prize. Nice job to you two. But moving into this next game, that minor jackpot is going to be at 60 balls or less to win, over $300. Looking pretty good on the minor jackpot. But of course, we got the mega jackpot in play 2. That's at 48 grand and 49 balls or less to win, and only 2 minutes left to get into this next game. But we now have a little bit of music history to get into, and I'll let you take away the first little tidbit.
All right, well, on this day in 1979, Gloria Gaynord's I Will Survive hits number 1 on the Hot 100, and it becomes a female empowerment anthem.
100%.
So good.
It's a classic.
I think it's just
Super
an
good.
anthem no matter what.
No, 100%. 100%. No, it's a great song. I like it a
It
lot.
is. It's so good.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a good one on this day in
It makes
history.
me want to sing it out right now.
Oh, no,
You
100%.
know?
100%. If only we wouldn't get copyright striked. But, of course, happy birthday to I Will Survive hitting number 1. That's pretty awesome stuff happening on this day in history. But another little music tidbit happening on this day in 2003, the Righteous Brothers, AC/DC, Elvis Costello, and the Attractions, The Clash, The Police, and Floyd Kramer are inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in New York City.
Very cool.
100%, pretty cool stuff.
AC/DC was my first concert ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun. That's
I
really
was
fun.
8 years old.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't went to a whole bunch of concerts, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I've well, kind of like it sucked because right when I entered my prime concert going like era,
Yeah.
like COVID hit.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like because that's when
I
like
got lucky. I was right before.
yeah, that's kind of when I
college.
started getting the freedom to be able to go and do my like own thing and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But then it was just like, oh, I can't really do anything now.
I've seen some cool concerts in my day.
yeah,
I'll admit.
I've seen quite a few whatchamacallit imitation bands.
Yeah, cover bands.
But like I it's not that I went there to see them. They were just there at the event I was at, and so
you just happened to see them live.
yeah,
They
and
were
I had,
performing
and
at
so
the
they were
venue.
performing live.
Yeah.
But I went
You've
to see.
seen ZZ Top.
Yeah, I did. I've seen
You've
ZZ
seen
Top
Willie
and Willie
Nelson.
Nelson. Those are two really good ones. I've seen
Thanks
Tyler.
to Tyler Games.
That's right. That's right. I've seen Tyler the Creator.
I did too.
That was a
He
really
was
good
so
one.
good.
Yeah, and that's when he had Vince Staples there with him too.
Ooh, I went
Yeah.
during his ASAP Rocky tour.
Oh, nice.
It was
That's a
so
good one.
good.
Sweet.
It was
That's
so
really
good.
cool. But yeah, no, and that was a really fun one too because he had like there's a whole tree on set and it was really crazy.
Yeah, it was during his toy box set, and he had building blocks on stage
Nice.
and all that when I went.
Nice.
And I was like third row. It was
Yeah, no, he's a really cool show to see. I saw him in Detroit at the Masonic Temple.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen most of my concerts at DTE, which is
Okay.
an outdoor amphitheater in Clarkston, Michigan.
That's cool.
And just because it's like 30 minutes from my hometown, and so me and my girlfriends used to go all the time. And
Okay.
my parents would get worried about me and my girlfriends going there all the time, and so they would like literally buy my brother his own concert ticket just to be our chauffeur and drive us and just keep an eye on the chaos.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so he used to have to go to all of our concerts with
That's
us, and it
right.
was so funny because
That's
we
awesome.
went to quite a few.
Yeah.
It
So he
was-
ended
it
up
was
kind of
great.
going to Nicki Minaj and that sort of
Oh
thing.
my gosh, yeah, he saw so many people he probably didn't want to see, but they were great
Nice.
concerts.
Yeah, but it's fun
Put
to
on
see
great
live music.
shows.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I feel like you can't really. It's hard to go wrong with live music. Most
Yeah,
of the time.
I've seen Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Nice. That must have been
Mhm.
pretty fun.
I was
That
also
pretty
like
cool.
10 years old at the time, and so I
Nice.
was before I had full appreciation of them.
Yeah.
But still,
It's
it
still
was
fun
great.
music for a 10-year-old
Yeah.
though. But of course, that is all that's been happening on this day in music history.
Mhm.
Not a whole lot of other stuff going on.
But there is something that you guys can have going on, and that's signing up at
100%.
PGL.world. Only takes 26 seconds, so what are you missing out on? You guys absolutely want to be a part of the Pilot Gambling League, so head on over to PGL.world and sign right up. You get access to insider information like a monthly newsletter, but you also get to be awarded those PGL points if you take home prizes on our specialty nights. Not just that, we highlight all the players who sign up at PGL.world multiple days, so why wouldn't you want your name shout out on every broadcast?
100%. And starting off that list, it is T Verbo Van, Strucker, Pap Hawk, The Pup, Frankie, LLT17, Pink Girl, T Money, Genie 28, Loy, Grammy, Irish Luck, Roxy Ninja, Geo Carjo, and Rod Jen. all of them getting up onto the the PGL list,
Yes.
not to the PGL standings
Not
quite yet.
quite yet.
But hopefully we can see some of those new players get their way onto the top 10. That would definitely be awesome to see. But before we go further and talk about the PGL standings, we do have Keith over at shortstop in Fridley taking away the $94 must-go prize. Nice job to you, Keith. But good news for everybody else, that minor jackpot is moving on into this next game, getting bigger and better than before. Over $400 going to be on this minor jackpot and available in 62 balls or less to win. That's almost $500 right there. So definitely try and get a chance at it coming up in this next game, only about 2 minutes away.
Yeah. Now this is our second to last game that we're going to be here live with you guys for. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and getting ready because we're looking out to give this great prize. If you get it over $600 in the next 2 minutes, you guys will get to count towards our rolling total of jackpots as well. And that will be a great one to see. And we're already over $500. So let's see how high we can get that cash. Now, as for the players that have been competing tooth and nail all season 13 long so far on our specialty nights, I'm going to jump right into those PGL standings. 10th place, we sit with Nixon at VFW Roseville with 497,000 points. 9th place, it's Yak 2102 over at the Rivers Bend Bar and Grill. They sit with 508,890 points. Now, only 65 points separate them from them in the 8th place player, Dugout. Dugout plays over at VFW Spring Lake Park and sits with 508,955 points. That is a virtual tie. Then in 7th place, we have Sloppy at Malone's Bar and Grill with 511,890 points. Then with 530,400 points in 6th place, we got Drumsky playing at the Underground Bar and Grill. 5th place, it's Day's Dream at Monty's Sports Bar as they currently sit with 548,970 points. Now sitting with a pretty clean score with 600,500 points in 4th place, it's Devoided at the Roadside. 3rd place, though, getting pushed back from 2nd because he hasn't accumulated any PGL points in weeks now. It is Jake over at Eagles Albert Lay. They still have that 666,840 points. 2nd place, though, now taken on over is Panda over at the Roadside. They now sit with 698,205 points, while in 1st place, it's Cherber over at the Broadway Pizza Brooklyn Park. They currently sit with 752,235 points.
That's right. But of course, sitting around in the location standings, we got a big top 10 list happening right now. In 10th place, it's LJ's and Miltona with 1,618,000 points. 9th place, coming from outside of the standings to get into 9th, it's the Underground Bar and Grill in Mankato. They have 1,709,000 points. In 8th place, we got Leo's Sports Bar in Mazeppa with 1,747,000 points. 7th place, we got Cabin Bar in Nicolette with 1,790,000 points. In 6th place, we got Leo's Bar in Newmarket with 1,892,000 points. In 5th place, it's American Legion Cleveland with 2,072,000 points. In 4th place, we got PJ's Supper Club in Avon with 2,229,000 points. 3rd place, we got Benton Station in Sauk Rapids with 2,600,000 points. 2nd place is the Alibi of Gilbert with 2,811,000 points. Looking good in 2nd place. But in 1st place, it is still Eagles Albert Lay with 2,905,000 points, getting pretty close to the 3 million point club.
That'll be super exciting to see. I think they might be able to get there within the next few weeks, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for that. And make sure you guys are coming out for that MegaSota game night next Tuesday at 6:40 and our Wild Wednesday each and every Wednesday at 7. Now, we do have some Wild news to talk about as they are 37, 21, and 7, and Dean Evanson had a lot on his mind after visiting Minnesota after they defeated the Winnipeg Jets 4-2 on Wednesday. Some of it was good, but some of it was bad. The Wild coach was thankful for the veteran goalie Marc-Andre Fleury's 46 save performance that extended the team's point streak to 11 games, making it 9-0-2. But he was left wondering about the status of the star forward Kirill Kaprizov. Kaprizov hit the ice after getting tangled up with that 6'7" Jets defenseman Logan Stanley midway through the 3rd period and ended up leaving the game. I have not been in the room, so I don't know yet, Evanson replied when asked on how the team's leading scorer was doing. He was able to skate off, so I'm guessing if there is a positive that is one of them. He is then quoted on to say as well, and hopefully he can shake it off and get back the momentum that they have because they got a game coming up this Saturday as they go up against the Sharks at 9:30.
Awesome stuff. Definitely check out that game coming up this weekend. But you guys know we here at Pilot Games have teamed up with the Minnesota Wild. You can play the E-Type game, Let's Go Wild, today at your favorite Minnesota bar. But yeah, definitely hope Kirill Kaprizov has ended up being okay. I'm sure he'll be fine. Just kind of got tangled up on the ice a little bit. But we do have a winner. It is Coco over at Boulevard Tavern taking away that minor jackpot of $544. Nice job to you, Coco. But keep in mind, everybody, we do have a little bit of good news for this next game because we've got that double must-go moving on into this next one. $130 is going to be joining up with the next must-go, so definitely keep that good stuff in mind. But in the meantime, while we are getting enrolled into this next one, trying to get a chance at the must-go and the Mega Jackpot 2, we got a little bit of Skull Bingo standings to get into, and I'll take it right off the bat for the player sides of things. We got ninth place. It's a two-way tie between Sydney over at Maynard's of Excelsior, tied up with TGR over at KJ's Refuge. In 8th place, we got Funk over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards. 7th place is Boots over at the Trebek's Bar and Grill. In 6th place, we have Kool-Aid over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards. In 5th place, it's Jelly over at American Legion Stillwater. In 4th place, we have Brenda over at JB's Tavern. In 3rd, it's Call Me Jen over at the Full Tilt Tavern. 2nd place is Brother Nate over at Chart House. And 1st place is still Tanya over at the JR Mac. All of those top 10 players right now are the best of the best, so good job to you guys. But we got some locations to look at too.
Absolutely, and jumping right into 10th place, moving on back from 9th, it's American Legion Stillwater. They currently sit with 125,000 points. Right ahead of them, also getting pushed back, this time from 8th into 9th place, it's Outtakes. They currently sit with 126,000. Now jumping on up from 10th into 8th place, we got Danny's Dugout. They currently sit with 129,000 points. 7th place, though, it's VFW Dilworth, as they sit with 139,000. With 144,000 points in 6th place, we have Trebek's Bar and Grill. 5th place is the Full Tilt Tavern with 160,000, and then with 178,000 in 4th place, it's the Benton Station. 3rd place, it's the Chart House with 271,000 points. 2nd place is JR Mac with 295,000 points, and the only location in the 300,000 point club in 1st place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, sitting with 322,000 points so far.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to all of the awesome players and locations on those standings. You guys are doing really good. But we got some celebrity birthdays to get into before we get into this last game of the broadcast. So definitely get enrolled and try and get a chance at them. And in the meantime, we got some celebrities to talk about. And born on this day in 1905, it's Richard Haydn, a British actor known for The Sound of Music and for being the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's funny. I was like, I wonder who he was in Alice in Wonderland. And then this
Yeah.
picture of him popped up, and I was like, that is totally the caterpillar.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I can see him.
He just needs the circle glasses.
Yeah, exactly. The little
and his
pipe
face
he
painted
had.
blue.
That's right. Exactly.
Yep.
100%. But
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. That's definitely a really cool one. He was in The Sound of Music too, which is really, really
Very cool.
iconic. But up next in 1940, Chuck Norris was born, an American martial arts actor known for Missing in Action, Texas Walker Ranger, and for
The
being
man who needs no introduction.
Oh, 100%. He doesn't. but it is Chuck Norris. Happy birthday to him. Chuck Norris jokes are just like
Everywhere.
100%.
Unstoppable.
They used to be like top tier back in the day. It was like
No, I feel like if it wasn't for Charlie Sheen, Chuck Norris jokes would still be as large as they were.
Oh,
but I feel
100%.
like Charlie Sheen jokes kind of took over.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That he just kind of got so unruly it couldn't help but be addressed at a certain point. But happy birthday to Chuck Norris. He's definitely still very, very iconic.
Yes.
But up next in 1946, Curly Culp was born. An interesting name. He was an American Pro Football Hall of Fame defensive tackle. Played with the Chiefs and the Oilers back in the day. He was also Defensive Player of the Year at one point, so that's really cool.
Very cool. In 1958, we have Sharon Stone. She is the American actress from Basic Instinct, Silver, and Casino. We love Sharon Stone.
Yeah, she's awesome. Super cool stuff. Happy birthday to Sharon Stone. Up next, though, 1963, we got Rick Rubin, or Frederick Rubin, an American record producer. He was known for Run DMC, Public Enemy, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and even Johnny Cash, too. He was also the co-founder of Def Jam Recordings, which is a
Very cool.
really big one, too.
Yeah.
So happy birthday.
Yeah, next up in 1965, we got Rod Woodson. He is the American NFL quarterback and kick returner. He won the 11-time Pro Bowler and a Super Bowl in the 2000s for the Baltimore Ravens.
Super cool stuff. Happy birthday. 1971, John Hamm.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. American actor, known for Mad Men, being Don Draper, the main dude in it. Super, super sick. I mean, John Hamm's awesome. He's in a lot of awesome things, to be honest.
In 1979, we got Danny Putty. He's the American comedian and actor in Community. He plays a med.
Yep, that's right.
Love
Happy
him.
birthday. That's really cool. He was good in Community, to
Absolutely.
be honest. So awesome stuff. Happy birthday. Up next, though, in 1983, Carrie Underwood was born, an American Grammy Award-winning country singer-songwriter. Happy birthday, Carrie Underwood. But before we go further, Jidey Ho over at Eagles Mankato taking away $211. Nice job to you taking away the must-go on that game. But we have a super important part of the broadcast to get into. It is our player spotlight of the week. And this week we have been spotlighting MMMMM over at Winners and Startel, taking away $8,005 this past weekend. Nice job to you. But when they won that jackpot, they were supporting a great charity, the St. Cloud Boxing and Wrestling Club. And their mission statement is that our purpose in the process is not only focused on producing elite athletes, but on developing exemplary citizens as well. So it always leads us right back around to whenever you guys play pilot games, your community wins. We'll be seeing you guys later on today.
See ya.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience. Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days! Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.